There's much of NATO which needs sorting out, as indeed the current crisis in Ukraine exposes. So while on the one hand I repeat and severely castigate Liz Truss for the things she said in her speech the other day, particularly the bellicose stuff, and there's no point in slamming one's fist on the table if a few minutes later one has to take back what one said. This is weakness. Biden is also guilty of the same sort of stupid rhetoric. If somebody's going to do stupid rhetoric, then really that should be Mr. Putin, and let's hope that he remains purely rhetorical and doesn't act on the things that he says or the things that he threatens. Liz Truss, on the other hand, and I find this extraordinary to say, Liz Truss needs to be praised for the second part of her speech, which was not really reported. And the second part of her speech was talking about a new alliance modelled after NATO, which would be economic in form and encourage world trade, encourage trade between countries that have a relationship. So, for example, America can't import haggis. Why not? It seems nonsensical. How on earth is somebody in America going to be able to properly celebrate Robbie Burns' Day if they can't have a proper haggis? And so on. There's many things which we should be trading more freely. There's many relationships we should have more freely. And I think it should go beyond the confines of the current NATO relationship. Trade is a way to reach out to new friends. Trade is a way to cement old friendships. It's a good program, and she's quite right to present this, and quite right to present it within the framework, or at least with a nod to the current NATO relationships. But it needs to go beyond the NATO relationships, and we need to repair the damage of NATO. If we have a relationship with people, but particularly those who have been in NATO from the very, very beginning, like Turkey, it makes no sense at all to start questioning what weapons Turkey can and cannot buy, particularly when it's making them. I'm thinking particularly here of the F-35 jets. Turkey had factories actually making parts for these jets, and now that NATO and the US have said that Turkey can't buy them because it's already bought some S-400 missile systems from Russia. Actually, the price of these jets has gone up because the Turkish factories are no longer making them. It's just madness. If somebody is making a product, then they should be in a position to buy it. It's as simple as that. And if an organisation has to say no, you can't buy it after making it, then this is crazy, utterly, utterly crazy. At the moment, there's a proposal that Turkey might buy, I think, 40 F-16 planes. It shouldn't even be. It shouldn't even be discussed. Of course, Turkey should be buying these things. Turkey is a NATO member and has been so since NATO began 60 odd years ago, nearly 70 years ago. We need to trust our partners, and if we trust our partners in trade, we will trust them when it comes to military issues as well, and vice versa. Trust. The basis of a relationship is trust. If we cannot have trust, we cannot really have a proper relationship. When trust breaks down, we have problems, as we've seen in the Ukraine situation. We should do less banging on the table, more building up of trust.